Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday, guys. It is also Women's International Day. So yes, ladies, we need to represent. But we are back for our 7:15 a.m. morning motivation. And do me a favor, type replay in the comments if you're watching this on replay. Also, let me know where you're watching from and how was everyone's weekend. What did you guys do? Were you productive? Did you actually reach all your goals that you had set for this weekend? If you didn't have any goals and you were just chilling, that's also a goal because self-care is so important. But someone actually reached out to me and asked me to talk about working smarter, not harder. So I pulled up some tips on working smarter versus harder, and I'm going to share them with you. And a lot of this resonates with me. Good morning, Dorothea, because I have a yellow belt process improvement, lean, Six Sigma, whatever you want to call it, certification. And that is eliminating waste from out of your routines. And that is in the workplace, but you can also apply that to everything in life. Good morning, Shirley. I'm glad you got that project done. Good morning, Al Tariq. That's super awesome. I always get excited when I see people accomplish their goals. But yeah, so like I was saying, with Lean Six Sigma, it is eliminating waste. So where are there areas where you are possibly doing things that you don't necessarily need to be doing to get your task completed? And that can also be applied to our day-to-day lives. Good morning, Tarsha. But I actually have 12 things that you can do to work smarter, not harder, but I'm only going to share 6 of them because of time constraints. Also, I don't want to bore you either, but these were 6 out of the 12 that I thought was actually important that I use when I really want to focus on a task, and I think that you can start applying them right away. So the first one is set a short to-do list. I feel like I've spoken about this before, but it's always nice to repeat it because sometimes we want to overload ourselves because we want to get so much done and we feel like if I get 10 things done, I accomplished so much. And it's like, well, what if you got one big project done in one day? That's a bigger accomplishment maybe than just 10 small things that weren't very important. So first one is set a short to-do list. So give yourself 3 things that you want to get done in a day or however many things that you need to get done. Set that list as short as possible and execute. The other one is set short deadlines. So there is Parkinson's law that says the time that you allocate to something is the time that you're actually going to use for it. So let's say that you allocate 3 hours to your project, you're going to use that whole 3 hours versus if you said, let me do it for 2 hours. Let me try to get it done in 2 hours. More than likely, you are going to get it done in 2 hours versus the 3 hours that you originally set for yourself if that's the time that you set. Have productive meetings. So often we go into a meeting and there is no agenda. Well, good morning, Sonia. That is not very productive because you don't know what you actually want to accomplish in the meeting. So when you go in, you start randomly talking about things that are not very important. And at the end of the meeting, nothing actually got done. No one knows what is expected of them. And now you need to have another meeting because you weren't productive in your first meeting. So if you are having business meetings or any type of link ups with people, make sure you have an agenda and both people or everyone is on the same page of what is expected of them in that meeting, and get to the point, execute it, and then get it done. Also respond quickly. So many times people text us, they email us, and we say, oh, I'll get back to it in a minute when I have time. No, if you have time to read that message, you have time to open that email, and if it's a quick response that doesn't require any additional work, any research, whatever, go ahead and respond to that email because that's one less thing that you have to worry about later when you may get a free time, or now you have to add that to your list for later when you can just complete it right at that moment. Also block out your calendar. We've spoken about this before. Set times and that you want to work on specific things, and that is what you focus on during that time period and nothing else. And then the last one is work in 90 to 120 minute blocks. So give yourself an hour and a half to 2 hours to work on a project. Excuse me, then take a break, get up, walk away, and come back to it, as opposed to trying to sit there for 4 hours and get everything done because you feel like that's productive. Well, it's not. Give yourself those breaks. Work in 90-minute to 120-minute increments, and then take a break, go back to it, and then execute again. So yes, so for your morning motivation for Monday, working harder, not smarter. No, working smarter, not harder. You can use some of those things on the list. Also, the book club is ready, guys. So I have